Hello everyone, so today I'll be showcasing Freya Mikaelson in the Prophecy of Witches, as a lot of people are confused on what her abilities are. So, let's start. So, her first keybind is Crowstorm, which is Y. She will deal damage and push away her targets, dealing some damage to them. So her next keybind is Z, Restoration. Her Restoration will push away the target, dealing some damage as well. Next up is her Crow Turning, which just requires you to have more magic than the target to work. If they're immortal, it won't work, but it looks like this. This becomes an insta-kill that they cannot come back from unless they're Inadu. Inadu is able to come back from the spell. Next up is Fire Torrent, which looks like this, which will set the people there on fire. Next up is Cardiac Arrest. This can be overlapped by other keybinds, such as like you can add external keybinds, such as like the Pain keybind and stuff. Next up is Advanced Pain. Both of these keybinds, Cardiac Arrest makes the target fall onto the ground, but Pain Induction doesn't. Next up is Brain Melt, which basically is a holdable keybind that melts the target's brain. It will drain Freya's magic, and at the end it will ragdoll the target. And it's basically Pain Induction, but better. Alright, so our next keybind is her Push. This is basically Modus as a keybind, which does come in handy when you're trying to escape stuff. Can you real quickly do Earthquake? This is her shield. Davina, do Earthquake. As you guys can see, I'm not affected by this because I was shielded. However, the longer you hold, the longer it will use your magic. She also has Neck Snap, which with a custom voice line. So here's the voice line. Oh, the voice lines are around. Anyways, she basically has a also keybind, and yeah. So for her first spell is Emni Blur Kraften Tenyem. I'm not even gonna try to say it. This basically drains the target's stats, at the same time removes any curse that was placed on them, such as like Monique's Death Curse or like the Blood Curse, etc. Next up is her Salt Barrier spell, which is Runea Saltre con... I'm not even trying to say that again. Basically, it makes it so the target can't get out of from there. Next up is Osednet. Okay, hold on. Get out. Summon Nia, because that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Okay, so for our next spell is her Memory Scan spell. Osednet Osite. Basically makes it so the target can't use their abilities for some time and deals damage to the target. Next up is our Sigil spell, Phasmatos Cygnus Partum. So she can click to place it wherever she wants. like so.
Sigil will bind you, weaken you. Well, I'm glad I added myself.
Whoever walks on it will get damaged. Freya will say her voice line and a notification will pop up. Next up is her Venom Extraction. This only works on Hope, Haley, and Klaus, and I think Keelan as well. This will push the target and give you a bottle of wolf venom, which I will get to later on in the video. So the next spell is Temporary Barrier Disable. Apni Invrata. As long as Freya holds down this keybind, she will disable the barrier, making it rendered useless, and people can basically pass through it. Next up is her Pendant Trapment. Spastiani Amsterdam, where it looks like this. It will say Freya's trapping your soul on the target's screen. And this is what the target sees. They need to come over here and hold this down to return back to their body. And the target is back after basically stepping on it. And the target will look like this. When they're trapped like independent, they will look like this, and they will look like that till they get out of their body, which is a spell basically like the prison world, which does help out from time to time. Next up is Dalfania Tunkor. However, this will make it so Freya can be pushed if, when, like, after some time, Freya will be able to be pushed to cancel the spell. Next up is Hare Tamae Kiyomi Garashi Tamae. She will need to click on a target to activate the spell, and it will basically just deals damage and knocks them out for some time. Next up is her heart stopping spell, Coram Spiritis Prohibe. Oh. Feedback. And the spell will kill any witch or non-mortal immortal person, and it will desiccate vampires. For non-Game Pass witches, this does not have a health requirement. However, for Game Pass characters, this does have a health requirement. This includes advanced powers as well. Alright, so for her next spell is her Astral, which requires her chalk. You will draw a circle down with the chalk, and then after that, you can use Voyasa File and the target's username or the character name, Davina Claire. Unlike other characters, Freya is able to use her magic in Astral form, like so. Which is a pretty cool thing. And it's... Oh yeah, she's also protected in Astral form as well, I forgot to mention that. So for this next spell, you will need your bowl and the wolf venom that you grabbed from a person with a wolf side. Here is what you can do. Place it down like so, and you can do La Candidata son la Toxicates. And she will basically ragdoll herself after it. And this will basically neutralize the effect of the Thorn Stick or Divina Stake. Drink. Oh, it doesn't disable it. Oh. It doesn't neutralize the effect of Davina's stake, but it does neutralize the effect of Inari's Thorn stake, making the vampire not die. So, which is a pretty good thing for her. And yeah. The set will stay, so you will have to come and pick it up. So don't forget about that. Next up is Dinmarki Ottima Secure, which will require your Hollow Totem. What this does is basically increases Freya's magic capacity, which allows her to be have more magic than usual. This will also give her access to hollow spells such as Fasmatos Kavea Xanore, Aracher Stoichado, and Vido, and the hollow cannot kick her out of this. So for this next spell, you do need the Advanced Powers Game Pass, and will need Candle and a knife. So Freya has a passive ability where if she holds on to the other side, after her first death, she will have a second life to come back, which has a voice line as well. And this will only happen once after her first death. So for the next spell, you need to grab a dagger. This spell can be done with Hope, Sybil, Dahlia if she's linked, any original, and yeah, that is all of the people that can. Oh yeah, and Ketsia's chalice. So you need to place the candles down and then put it down like this. Oh, it's not put it. Hold on, what the hell? There we go. You need to click in the candles and place it down, and then do the spell. And this will fling Freya away. Also the target, as you guys can see, Hope's knocked out over there. And it will say that the lifelink force has been done, and now I am rendered immortal. If somebody basically kills me, I will be immortal. And this is basically her immortality. You self-resurrection, you died, but you're being brought back, as you guys can see. And yeah, that was her linking spell, which is pretty useful. So for her next spell, she next few spells, she needs a target that is not immortal. So, and if they're Game Pass, it will be lower, like you will need to lower their health first, so. So, like I said, if they are a free character, you can use the spell at any health, but if they're a Game Pass, you will need to lower them first. This spell will also increase Freya's magic capacity and will also kill the target, making them dead. Anyways, Freya will earn 2 spells. One is Phasmatos Manex et Ancestras. This can be used as a remote locator to locate Inaru's totem as well. Or this can also be used as a remote locator to locate other players. And next spell that she gets is Anular Forte Alas. Which basically makes them into a mortal. This can be done on anyone with a vampire side. Next up is Benedict Quadrenta. Oh god! Well, I guess not Benedict Quadrenta. Hold on to the other side. This is Freya's resurrection spell. I forgot how little mortals have health. And as you guys can see, it feels like 2,500 magic or something like that. Next up is her Benedict Quadrenta. For game passes, she will require them to be under certain health, but for free and any free character and vampire, she will snap them. As you guys can see, Davina was snapped, but Inaru wasn't since she is immortal. Next spell is requiring her ritual knife. As you guys can see, Inaru has her totem down here. Nyaksana Atachi. Which makes Inaru immortal if she's stabbed with it. As you guys can see, she still has her totem. But I can very easily just incinerate her, as I do have more magic than her. This does not make her immortal forever, it's just for 15 seconds and Inaru will spawn back after she is incinerated by Freya. As you guys can see, Inaru is spawning back. And yeah. So for this next spell, you will need, you will find an Inaru overpowering an original. This can be estimate originals or the original bundles or hope. Any of them works. Overpower please, and you will need to do Spastian Mouse Num first on them. And basically Inaru will still overpower them. However, if Freya wins the clash, they will basically fall onto the ground like so, desiccated, and will basically be in my pendant. And for this next spell, they have to be in this position, Verva Elian. Freya will immediately turn to the target and bring them back from their pendant, keeping them alive, and Inaru returning back to her spirit form. So that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next video. Goodbye.